Hi, everybody. Welcome back to day 2 of the USS Yorktown CV5 build. As you can see, last week we got the hull mostly kind of done. Holden started working on the tower thing in the middle. And yeah, we're going to keep plugging away at it. If you like this video, you want to go back, you can watch the first one back there in that corner. So let's get to it. Do you have anything you want to say to the audience?
Don't forget, like, subscribe.
Ring bell. Feed the algorithm, please and thank you.
The algorithm is hungry.
Let's get to it.
And we're off.
And we're off, yeah, off to the races.
And there goes Holden. Holden's going ahead. He's getting the Photo-Etch press out, and he's going in. Ron's coming up with a peep. Well, I'm done with this.
I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was assembling the lifts for. If you'll watch this video, I'm pretty sure this is the part where I start to build the sides of the hull.
I think this is probably the day where I started to lose my soul.
Yeah.
The fact that I started with Photo-Etch brass, and I ended last time trying to get some of the Photo-Etch brass. I mean, it was nice working on the tower, though, right? Throughout this process, it was the piece that I just kept adding more and more detail on and doing another piece. Another piece was like, oh, nope, I'm doing something else now with it.
Yeah, I'm afraid that we came off a little pessimistic on the last video. It's a good time. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I think it was a little bit more than we were prepared for, which kind of colored our perceptions of it. Like, if I had gone into it knowing that we were going to be spending 48 hours on this, you know.
Yeah, you can see me actually.
Rather than me thinking I could get it done in about 6.
Taking the time to organize the Photo-Etch sprues. Are they still called sprues?
I don't know. Plates?
Plates, sure. Organizing the plates so I could more readily find them since I was doing most of that.
Yeah.
Because each of those plates you're staring at has
hundreds of pieces on it.
So many.
Easily 100 pieces.
I mean, I don't think it's quite that. Some of them are ridiculously big. Like,
oh, yeah, the long railings for the upper decks and stuff. But I mean, quite a lot of them had like some serious.
Oh yeah, there's like 30 or 40. I mean, if you get into like some of the smaller details that we ended up not doing, so like there's the little shields on the tiny guns.
Yeah, the 50 cal guns.
We didn't end up putting those on
well, because you have to do 25 of them, and it says you did this one. Cool. Now do all 25. And if you do them if you clip the 25 guns off and glue their shields on, you're going to lose them by the time you have to glue them in place. So I just kind of left them. I clipped them when we needed to. I glued some shields on for where you'd see them, and some.
And then when it got to the end and we had to do the other 20, we didn't.
Yeah, basically. Nice close-up shot. I think we're both doing Photo-Etch brass right now.
Yeah, a little piece over there.
Yeah, I'm doing the upper walkways. Yeah, you can see I'm having to use the pocket knife to. The thing with the Photo-Etch brass is it doesn't, because it's effectively like if you imagine a stencil, right, where the laser has cut the shape out and it's still attached to the plate. Because it's brass, it's really sturdy. And you have to like actively try and clip it out. It's opposed to a plastic piece where you can just gently snip it. These take a little bit more work. And because they're a smaller piece, you have to be delicate with them. So it's about finding the right combination of pressure and dexterity to not ruin the small railing you're actually working on.
Yeah, and throughout the process, if not that we will, but if we were to do this again, I think that we would try to probably get some more specialized tools for the Photo-Etch brass so we could really try to like get it going.
Or we could just leave it off.
Well, I'm saying if we were going to try and, build something that was, I don't know, competition ready as opposed to Wargame ready, if that's an appropriate
So like
thing.
I know that they have competitions for hobby modelers, but I've never heard of, I've never paid attention to it.
Yeah, but like you can tell if there is just the finite detail and passion of someone to go through and do this.
Yeah, I sort of assume these are all like passion projects that people keep at home.
Yeah, because like if I were to...
Oh, see, now I'm working on the flight deck. Huge pieces of plastic. And it kind of glues together in a somewhat awkward manner. It's funny because the instructions are like, don't glue this together until the very end. And I decided, heck with that. I'm gluing it together.
There may or may not have been consequences for that later when we tried to fit it all together.
Spoiler alert, there were no consequences and it worked great.
I remember the final day being a little We had to shave some plastic to
I have
get some parts together.
I have no idea what Halden's talking about. That's in the future, and I don't know about it yet. Oh man, look at me go! It's just so fast when you use the big pieces.
I just keep juggling back and forth between the plastic glue and the super glue.
I think this is really when it kind of hit Halden that this is where he was going to be for the entire project. So you're assembling the cupolas for because you got that little triangle thing you're working on is I don't want to call it a crow's nest, but it's like a little observation tower.
Well, I actually had built that at the end of last video.
Oh, okay.
It just hadn't been put on yet, and I eventually just shoved it on there. Was like, it goes here, and my what's the right word? My haste in that was something I'd pay for later because a couple other things then didn't quite fit, and the ordering mattered a lot because there's so many little tiny things being put onto there.
I mean, if this was a kit being built by one person, I don't think that would have been as big of a deal because you're going through the rulebook step by step. We cut it in half for efficiency's sake, and that meant that you were working on parts that realistically it would have been fine that you were working on them ahead of my schedule, or my parts would have been done already is what I'm saying. So it's not like you would have had those missing steps.
Yeah, no, it was just entirely my impatience. Just saying, all right, this piece, I really wanted to attach it. It's like occasionally for your sanity, you need the win.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna finish this module and get it done just to say that I accomplished something.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of what I'm doing is. It's all these small parts that are being built to eventually be attached. And you can see sometimes that I'm like, okay, putting this on or whatever else. But there's definitely a lot of chaos there. Oh, yeah.
There's so many sprues. I think this is the biggest model project I've ever worked on. Easily, I think.
I mean, for modeling, for me, definitely.
I built a model ship in like middle school, but I never finished it. And it was half this size. So...
Yeah, I had because my parents had tried to get me into modeling, so I had like a B-52 bomber that I kind of put the main body pieces together, but I never got around to the detail work. I know that.
I'm going to say a controversial opinion. I think it's easier to build model airplanes than it is to build model boats.
Why is that controversial?
Because I think the two communities don't like cross. There's model airplane people and model boat people.
Really? They're not the same people?
I feel like that's the case.
Well,
if you're a model.
Yeah, if you're a model airplane or model ship person, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. We're always eager to have our misconceptions cleared up by people in those communities.
our minds expanded.
I know that there's a community of people out there that build model boats and then waterize them, so like they water seal them so you can turn them into RC boats. And this one's about the size you could do that with.
Yeah, I just would imagine people often probably like their specific eras. So I could see people really focusing on an era, in my opinion, more than specifically.
I mean, you'll find very few old-timey sailing ship people that also build airplanes because they don't really have airplanes in sailing ship times.
Yeah. Oh, leaning back, big old stretch there.
You get kind of stiff after a while. It gets
flip. Hey, Ron.
Now
flip,
we're
flip,
consulting
flip.
about a
Where's
problem.
This thing I
yeah,
need?
okay. Yeah.
Well, that may have been one of the first. I can't find this part. Where is it? Ron eventually finding it at the very beginning of his instructions.
No, it's not that it was the very beginning of my instructions. Is that because we split the instructions in half? You had instructions to use a part that I hadn't gotten around to building yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that was one of those scenarios. That also could have just been me looking in the future thinking, well, okay, we're at this point, we're more than halfway done with day 2.
Yeah, we're cruising. We're cruising along.
And
I think we were still feeling good.
Well, I may have started to do the mental calculations of how long this is going to take, being like, I don't think this is getting done in 3 sessions.
Yeah, this might take 4 or 5. Yeah, and I'm clipping little bits here and there. I'm still once I slowed down and started working on the back half, the stern, where there's the deck. That's when it kind of like really slowed to a crawl. You really get bogged down in the details. And this kit, props to this kit, there are so many details. So many. And I mean, it looks great. It's astonishingly nice when it's done. And I think that somebody who really wanted it for model purposes, as a thing to have, as a thing to do, as a thing to build, would have done a cleaner, better job.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was saying.
It's
before,
like we were saying in the last
like
video.
I would, build if someone gave me a ship in a bottle, then if you want to send a ship in a bottle, feel free to reach out to us at orders@tabletopgamingzero.com, and I'll build your ship in a bottle.
If you have lots of ships in the bottle in your attic, send them to Halden.
But again, I think it's that passion and the level of passion. If we were doing something where we had an excuse, well, surprise Daniel sighting.
Surprise Daniel.
I think that was Daniel. Zoom, in and out. Speedy gun Daniel. No, it didn't work at all.
No, you need to workshop that one a little more. Anyway, you were going to say?
Yeah, but I think that World War II for me personally is not an era that I'm super excited about. If we had to build for some reason, I don't know, like out of balsa or something, like a giant scale, vessel of something like. Now I'm drawing a total. Like if no,
not a lot of aircraft carriers.
Not
1812.
Yeah, like if we were trying to, like, for some reason, Jill build like a giant prop for Trafalgar or something like that, like I would definitely probably have enjoyed that.
Oh no, it's the attack of the 800-foot tall Mega Nelson. Like, you got up and where did you go? Where did you go? You got up again.
I don't know.
He does that a lot.
Yeah, Holden gets up a lot.
I do get up a lot. Well, I think at one point I was bemoaning my tools because we couldn't find them from, like, I think this is the week where, like, week 1 we had them, week 2 they were just missing, and we ended up buying a new set of them for the next week. That may have been this one. Yeah, where'd Ron go?
Oh, I remember. We were placing a lunch order.
Food.
Yeah, I think we
got to keep your energy up. Gotta feed the crew.
Yo ho ho.
Oh yeah, so you can see I put that little crow's nest equivalent thing up there.
Yeah, it's in the conning tower.
That was not actually supposed to be attached anytime soon, but I think that's small.
Well, it was a weird tripod, and I think it probably would have fallen apart if you hadn't glued it in place. I'm in deep in the fit.
I think it was actually because it had the little Photo-Etch stairwell on it. Like I said, it fell out and got re-glued multiple times.
Miniature OSHA is not very happy with you.
Oh man, Mini OSHA is definitely sending a lot of mini fines for all of the mini railings that do not end up on the final mini boat. What was that you just had?
So I'm working on the deck, and there's lots of little bits that go onto it that get glued onto the top, and then like get glued on when the deck is finally attached. So you like complete the deck assembly, and then you'll see like in like the second to last video or the last video, I forget which one, you just like glue the whole deck down. But it's got lots of little bits. You can see me showing them to you. Like, look at this little bit that I'm working on.
Yeah. Is this about the time when you started shooting bits at me, or is that another week?
Okay, so when you clip little nubs, there's like a little flash piece from the casting process, and they need to be clipped off some of the parts. And I learned that with the pair of clippers that I had, the springiness of the plastic and the design of the clipper allowed me to shoot the pieces at Halden with relative accuracy. I think I beamed him at least twice.
Yeah, it's just another one of those artifacts from the kind of plastic printer they were using, just the injection points.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different technology than
Yeah.
the stuff Games Workshop uses.
But if they had updated, the amount of stress reduction.
I mean, I think this kit came out in 2012, so it's a little bit more than 10 years old at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how
Fast
that
technology
technology's
improves.
increased.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But all right, well, I guess this one's going to be probably get to the point where we're winding down for today. I'm probably going to start putting all of my little pieces into my little plano so that they'll be protected. Photo-etched brass.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. So this seems like it was kind of a short few hours. It doesn't look like we got a lot done, but it was a lot of photo-etched brass. Holden did made some really serious progress on the thing he's working on. I made a little boat. I did some railings. I put this in, which is kind of nice. I still got the flight deck assembled. But yeah, it's slow going for now. Tune in for video 3. Yeah, hopefully 3 is when it's all going to come together.
Yeah, we're definitely still in the ugly phase right now, where it looks like a bit of a hot mess here. You know, like I'm gluing these railings on like little by little, so just like fiddly bits there, just sticking out. It looks kind of hot garbage.
It'll look good when it's done.
There we go. We're in the hot garbage phase.
It'll have a glow up. It'll have a glow up. Hopefully not a blow up.
No, that's not till the game.
That's not until the game. Tune in late May when we play Blood Red Skies from Warlord Games.
And we'll see whether or not this actually does blow up.
We'll see.
In the meantime,
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
ding ding, ring that bell.
Bye.
Bye.